Hello, Gateway family and friends. This is Mark Humphreys here, coming to you live when I'm recording, of course, a special edition on site of some Gateway good news to be able to celebrate the re-entering of the campus. This week, or tomorrow in fact, we will be having volunteers coming together and kind of going through the process of what it looks like, and then on the 14th of June we are opening the campus up within the guidelines of what the restrictions set for us by the local organizations or the state and even the health organizations, because we want to follow those rules. But I wanted to be able to give you an example of what that looks like coming together through that, and so just follow me as we kind of go through a little bit of a guided tour. First of all, let me start by this. We want to encourage, we will continue to offer online all of our service, and so if you are a high-risk person or with young families, or just not quite comfortable coming out yet, or perfectly content in your recliner, lazy boy, watching the service, keep doing that. You're not expected to come here. We will continue to offer that quality service because we know we can provide that, but we also are trying to take advantage of the opportunity to be able to come together face to face and then celebrate and worship together. And so that's what we're doing here now. I will say to you, one of the reasons that we kind of hesitated, for people who wonder why haven't we done this already, is we believe strongly in trying to respect the authorities that God has put over us, trying to respect, be a part of the problem, or the part of the solution, not the problem. Let me take that back. We want to be part of the solution, not the problem. Write that down if you didn't get that right. We want to be able to help and not cause more problems and concerns when it comes to the virus spreading. And so therefore we're cautious about it. Also, on a personal level, and I know some of us too, a year from now when I come to you and say, look, you need to respect the authority that God has put over you, I don't want you to say, well, Mark, you guys did it a year ago. We want to respect the authority that God has put over us. And so we're working within the guidelines that we have. Right now, those guidelines say a maximum of 100 people in the room, in one room, and we're respecting that. We are anticipating that number will go up even by the 14th, certainly the week after that. But right now we've set up for that. And I want to be able to walk you through the process a little bit so you can see what that's like. So follow me as we kind of go through this together. And for those of you who had an office pool of what I'm wearing, just in case I don't do this again, here's what it looks like. Yeah, that's right, shorts. So if you won, congratulations, I want a piece of that pie. So follow me as we kind of go through the process. When you park in the parking lot, it's going to be normal. We want you to respect the distance and try not to be able to crowd each other necessarily, but we're not going to block off parking places. You walk up here, and as you walk up into the site itself and you're walking through, we will have greeters here greeting you as normal. They will not shake your hand, or they're not supposed to shake their hand, and they will be wearing masks, most of them. We understand some people can't wear masks for health reasons and other reasons, but we want to be able to say that if you can, we encourage you to be able to do that. Also, we want you to, there'll be an email with some reminders of what to do when you come, about coming prepared, take a mask with you if you want to come. I don't want to be your mother, but I want you to say to everybody, hey, has everybody gone to the bathroom before you come, so that when you get here, you can minimize the use of the facilities, and we want to create a no-touch environment. But when you come here, the greeters will be here, welcome you. They'll be wearing masks possibly. They will be able to guide you and tell you what you need. There will be some signage out here, videos playing to show you, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But they will welcome you in, and we want you to come. As it stands right now with 100 people, it's going to be kind of the first 100. We are creating an option for overflow in a couple different locations. If that happens, we'll be prepared for it. So, but we want to encourage you to come early. A pastor loves to say that. Come early. You want to get here if you can. And let's take a look at what's going to be happening inside. Follow me in. Okay, when you enter the door, as I mentioned, these doors will be open. We don't want to minimize the touch, and so all the doors will be open and encourage you to be able to walk through. This, along with a couple signs, will be out playing slides to be able to tell you kind of what to expect when you come. If you show any symptoms of any kind of illness, really, but certainly any COVID-19, please stay at home. Don't come in then. And again, if you can at all possible, wear a mask. There will be a station here the safety team will have where they can be able to check your temperature, answer questions, Even the volunteers know that if you're coughing like crazy and clearly it's more than allergies, they might tell you to head on over there so you can just talk to them and they'll have a private area to talk to it. We don't expect that to be necessary, but we certainly want to have that available for you, as well as we have a container here to hold extra masks. If you need a mask, you can take one and be a part of that too. But so anyway, you're going to come in here. You will be sent over to the, there really won't be any, there'll be maybe someone here at the center, but again, there won't be any pens or anything's handed out because we want to minimize the touch that is going on. There'll be some tables set out here. These tables are prioritized for children with families with children if they want to come with children. Again, you can watch it at home, but if you do bring them, place that you can set them over here, and then we'll be able to have color crayons out or something like that you could do here with the children. So if you don't have children, we encourage you to go into the service, but if you do, it's a place that you can be able to go and just hang out. We try to minimize the idea, so one family on a table and not try to invade people's space. We want to do social distancing, and so they'll be a part of it. The bathrooms themselves, doors will be open in the bathrooms, so you'll be able to walk in and go in there. Hand sanitizers, all those things will be throughout the place, so you'll be sure about that. One of the things I want to point out here, this is an option now. We have room into this whole area for seating, certainly 100. We have 200 seats, but 100 people can be in there. If we close this wall off, we can add additional 100 into this room to separate it. If we see that we're really overflowing, we will close that wall, and then we have it set up to have a TV, a 75-inch TV, that you can watch the service and hear it from here, but you'll be watching a separate room. That's if it's necessary. We will consider going into two services if that becomes an option. We see that there's a real interest, but again, we're not trying to encourage each person about that. When you're coming into the room, let me just show you this. It says here, let's spread the gospel, not the germs. We're just continually encouraging you to be able to wash your hands, do all the practices that they say, and that's what's going to minimize it. Social distancing. I know you haven't seen each other for years and you're going to want to do that really bad, but try to be able to respect that. Certainly for those people that are nervous about coming, we recognize that we value both sides of where you land on this. Some people are really nervous about it, and that's legitimate, and we want to respect that. Some of them are not as nervous about it. We understand that as well. We wear masks, even the CDC says, out of the respect of others, and that's what we want to do. So you'll see staff wearing masks, and again, volunteers wearing masks as well. Personal note, take a look at that ceiling. See, a lot's been happening while you haven't been here. You can't even see the ceiling, can you? That's because it's black. It wasn't black, but it's now. Now here's the other thing. Take a look at the lights. No more spotlights. I know for some of you, sitting in the dark was a beautiful thing because you could sleep and it was just the right lighting for you to get a good night's sleep during the message. Well, that's going to be a little harder. We're going to be able to see you. The others of you blinded by the light, that's not going to happen anymore either. When someone says, hey, can we turn off the house lights a little bit? We can do that now. So it's really all set up really nice. You're going to love it. So when you come into the service, you're going to see the place set up like this. What's it look like? We have created 6 foot and then going on out. And so you'll be able to go into here. We actually created one here with 10-foot spacing. If you want to be one where you feel like you want to just be a little safer, you can sit over here as well. And then like I said before, I know you're getting sick with all the movement. We have round tables out for people out here as well. So there are 205 seats in here. We're going to try to control it at that 100. We didn't figure out exactly how to do this, whether or not we ask you for checking in or whether we just deal with it when you come to the door. We're going to deal with it. So theoretically, with that wall up, we could do 200 here. We could do another 50 or so in our children's center. So we think we have enough to start, expecting that the guidelines we're going to loosen up a little bit as we go if there hasn't been any problems. So what's going to happen then when you come in here and you find a seat, we're going to watch the service that people see online. We will watch here on the screen. We'll go through that. We'll wrap it up together, and then we'll encourage you when you leave to walk out the closest exit door that you can find and be able to, you can put your offering in at the basket if you're not doing it online already. And then we can, you'll be able to experience that together. We're discouraging any gathering around, again, unless you can practice social distancing. We certainly want you're free to do what you want outside. We're not your parents, so you can do what you want. If we do see a lot of interest, we will go to 2 services. Right now we're just doing the one because the cleaning required between the 2 services, and we're not sure if it's necessary yet, so we're just going to kind of wait to see and regarding that. Later in the month, the pastor might even start giving a live message. We're just progressing slowly as we try to figure out things and how they move forward. So that's kind of the service, and then the band's going to start up. Once we have the streaming all figured out, once we feel comfortable that we can continue to provide quality live streaming, we will then move into doing the services live and then stream it out to the people at home. What we're doing is, can we continue to offer quality of service? Can we continue to be able to proclaim our faith and worship God? And we can do that online right now. What's missing is coming together live, face-to-face, and enjoying each other. And so this is a way to be able to do that. No handshaking, discourage that kind of stuff. The holy kisses are out. I know some of you like, oh no, but they're going to be out. We're not going to do that right away. We hope to have a big celebration in July when it's really kind of open up and doing baptisms and maybe something out in the back again and that kind of stuff. So we're making plans of how we can improve all of those kind of things. But for now, we're just taking it nice and easy, nice and slow. If you have any kind of questions at all, please, we encourage you to check with us. Let us know what they are. We want to answer those questions. But we're really excited, and hopefully you are too. More will follow, and so we look forward to seeing you here pretty soon. So that's kind of I don't want to say a boring version, but just a simple version of some Gateway Good News, because the great news is that we're moving back on to the campus. Things are beginning to become more and more re-entering and being active. The church has always been going on, but now we can continue to move back here. And so we just want to invite you to be able to enjoy that when you feel ready. And we'll continue to provide service for you at home as long as you feel that's necessary as well. We're in this together, and we're going to work this out. So, one more thing. I know some of you are probably going to ask, well, what about offering? Because I know you really want to give, and you aren't able to. And so it's like, I'm so frustrated. Well, guess what? We are, if you've already done it online, great, keep on doing that. Some of you have been mailing in your checks. We love that. Thank you for that as well. Done a great job trying to continue to provide so we can maintain and continue to do the ministries. But as you're exiting out the doors that you have, again, they'll be propped open, not to touch. We will have baskets by the exits, and deacons will be around. You can drop your offering down there. We'll wait 7 days, until your germs are gone or whatever, and then we'll count it and we'll deposit it. But we will continue to do that, and you can drop that off as well. As also I mentioned, there won't be any Bibles out, or there won't be any pens out or anything like that, just to minimize the touch. So if you have a Bible, bring it with you. If you want to be able to use that, we encourage you to do that. The other question is people might have is, what about communion? When do we get to do that? Well, we're going to continue that. We do the fourth Sunday like we've always done. If you're watching it online, you just prepare as you always have and be ready, because you can watch online. For those who come in, we will have a table set up, what the elders will have, and we have the little pre-packaged packets of communion. You'll just pick one of those up, take it to your seat, and then you can wait and then take it together. Lastly, I don't know if it's last, who knows, I might keep doing this forever. It depends on how much time I got. But anyway, the other thing is that in these rows, we are going to set up a sign that just says, please keep 3 seats between you and the other family. So it's a social distancing. 3 seats is about 6 feet. And so when you come in here, if you see a row of 12 and 10 of the seats are taken, well then there's only 2 left and there's no room for 2, so that row is full. And go find one where you can fit in there, but also have 3 seats between you and the other ones. Ushers will be here to help. I don't know that they'll tackle you. They might, I don't know. But we want to be able to try to respect and work together in that. We also took down the stage a little bit. It's a little lower, so you don't shock about that. Why is Pastor Al not way up there? So he's way above us. But he's lowered himself down to almost to our level. And he'll be here, not in that seat, but he'll be here. And it's a way for us to, again, meet here just a little bit smaller, a little more intimate as we watch on the screen together, which, by the way, the screen's different too. I don't know if you noticed that, but take a look at it when you do. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for now. So I'm going to say this is it, and I'm hoping it is until we see you again. Take care.